Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shruti Smriti Purananamalayam Namame Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram. Put off further. Enough. Ahankarasya tadatmyam chichaya deha sakshibhihi sahajam karmajam Bhranti janyancha trividham kramat. So this is the Dṛg-Dṛśya-Viveka text, started 2 years back. It is like, it is not like a mango fruit. It is like a bunch of grapes. A mango fruit means you have to begin and end it all the way. You cannot eat pieces out of it. That is not the way to eat a mango fruit. Whereas the grapes, you need not begin at a particular point. Anywhere you can begin. And you can stop in the middle and begin again. Each grape is complete in itself. Okay? These verses are like that. Therefore, you have to understand the spirit of taking the text in multiple parts. Otherwise, if you want the text to be started and completed, we will do it. Let us have a deal. You stay here for 20 days. I will take 2 classes per day and we will complete it. Let us come to a deal and inform the office. They will arrange accordingly. But you want to stay here 2.5 days. That too, in between you run here and there. And I have to complete a text means, so I have to choose a text which resembles a bunch of grapes, not a mango fruit, like Panchadisha, etc. No. So bunch of grapes kind of text you take and teach it piece after piece. Every piece is complete in itself. You don't lose anything. That is the idea of this text. Some people call it Vakya Sudha, the name given to it. When Maharaj said, it's okay, you can call it Vakya Sudha, it doesn't mean anything. So Vakya is sentence. A sentence about what? It could be as well a text of physics or even sociology. So that doesn't mean anything, this is the name. Whereas Dṛg-Dṛśya-Viveka, it means everything. That is the name. Standard name is Dṛg-Dṛśya-Viveka. And if you see anywhere Vakya Sudha, it's okay, that name is also there, but not a very nice name, in my opinion. And then the text aims at helping us to know ourselves. When I say you, doesn't mean the people sitting here, same is the case with I also. These 2 pronouns are used in general way. So you have to know yourself. That is the topic of this text. You have to know yourself. So don't say, I know myself already. Don't say that. Because you do not know yourself. How do you know? How do I know that you do not know yourself? How do I know? Do you have a crystal ball or what? Yeah, kind of crystal ball only. So people are in bondage. They are samsāris. They are unhappy and insecure. They have secured everything, yet remain insecure. They have all the gadgets of happiness and pleasure, but still they remain unhappy. They have seen the religion to its end. They took the religion and exhausted it. All kinds of rituals, Vishnu, Shiva, Shakti, Rudra, all rituals they have done, they have left nothing. And yet they are where they are. Not 1 inch movement. Therefore, they have covered dharma, artha, kama. That is what I was saying. But still remain ignorant. unhappy and insecure. What could be the reason for that? These are all very weighty matters. Why are we unhappy? We were the cream of the society back in India, many of you. And then we migrated here because this is a land of opportunity and land of plenty. And having come here, we are doing quite well. Even I am doing quite well. What to speak of you? So, therefore, we brought the religion along with us. The Shaiva back there, we brought Shaiva here. The Vaishnava back there, we brought Vaishnava here. The Shaktiya back there, we brought the Shaktiya here. And all the gurus there, we have transported them and put them here also. We have not left one leaf unturned. And yet we remain a bag of bones. What could be the reason? The reason is very simple. I give an example. Sometimes I wonder, is the example has become silly or what? No, it doesn't look silly to me. So I got up early morning. The first thing I need is a cup of coffee, right? You can understand that. So therefore, the coffee maker, ready, put water and some milk and then coffee powder and put the switch on, it gives coffee. Not like back in India. So it is all machines and you will get coffee. Why don't you do that? So why do you put the light on? You can as well, which is important, the light on or the coffee? Which is important? Coffee is important, not the light. Light will not make you get that satisfaction of coffee, right? You don't need light, you need coffee when you get up. Suppose you focus on coffee making without putting the light on. How that will be? You'll be hitting your head on the wall. You'll be fumbling at the door and fall. And you may put, instead of milk, you may put something else in the coffee. So, though your goal is a nice cup of coffee early in the morning, the first thing that you have to do is put the light on. In life you don't do that. I'm sorry to say this. You just don't do that. You are busy making money. You are busy enjoying pleasures. You are busy worshipping gods and goddesses without putting the light of self-knowledge on. What can be more preposterous than that? You should know yourself first, then make money. It won't bind you. You know yourself, then enjoy pleasures. You will not become sick. Bhoge roga bhayam. Why people become sick? Because they pursue bhoga wrongly. They pursue bhoga wrongly. The other day a gentleman came to me asking for some financial help, which is fine, elderly. And he himself, he could have asked me, please give me this much, I need it. I could have given. But he told me the reason. I did not ask him for reason. So he told me the reason that he went to Ozone Hospital. There is a hospital like that in Hyderabad. Ozone. Look at that. Oxygen Hospital. Ozone Hospital. Good names. So, and they made a scheme of things. He is diabetic and he made a scheme of things which requires money and I have to give it to him. I gave him. I don't deny. But I told, with this method you will remain a permanent patient of Ozone Hospital. You will never come out of Ozone Hospital. I am predicting you will come back to me. By the time I go to America and come back, you will be here again. Because Ozone Hospital has given a new set of tests and medicines. That is not the way. That is not a solution. So I asked, so he is obliged to answer me because kind of situation is like that. What is the food that you eat? What is your age? And what is the food you eat? No, my age is 65. You are younger to me. And you have sugar. Why should you have sugar? There is no reason. And you should have reversed it long back. Why don't you reverse it? Because you like to have the food the way you like it. Wrong. You have to change the food habits. Anyway, I am telling you, so bhoge roga bhayam. You enjoy pleasures, end up sick and go after the medical establishment. That is the bhoga. So then, do you see any sense or logic or any meaning in all the kinds of rituals and worships that are going on in the popular religion? Do you see? I don't see it. I am telling you frankly. I see a lot of confusion. So, Swayam confused, Paran confusayanti. That is how it is going on. The person who doesn't know Rama Shabda, how can he guide you in religion? What religious practice can he guide you in? No way. Therefore, andhenaiva niyamana yathandha avidyayam antare vartamanaha. This is all said earlier. In the Kathopanishad, all this is said. And you want an example for that? Our society is the example. A ready-made example sitting before us. Therefore, people have to understand the discrimination, viveka. What they should know is viveka. People want to know something which is sitting there. Some big boulder-like thing, Brahma. Some people do not even pronounce it properly. So that we have to know. No, that is not the way. You need not know Brahma. Okay? You have to, all knowledge, in terms of a positive knowledge, that I know what is carbon, I know what is a diamond, I know what is gold, I know what is New York, all such positive knowledge. All knowledge is but nescience. That is not knowledge. It is all namarupa, names and forms, which are unreal. That is not knowledge. Knowledge is, I know the discrimination, I know the distinction. This food is good for health, this food is not. That is knowledge. This act is pious, whereas this act is not pious. You cut a tree, it is not pious. And so you know the discrimination, the difference, there is the discrimination or discernment, if you will. That is knowledge. All knowledge which uplifts the human being is in the form of viveka. All knowledge. People, they quote Shankara, good, that is fine. They read Shankara, they quote Shankara, but sometimes it is possible that they miss the central point of Shankara, and that is the central point is not jnanam. Not jnanam. What you call jnanam is accumulation of information in the head, called Google Guru. Google is not a self-liberated soul. Google is jada. Even Chat GPT is also jada. So, therefore, that is not knowledge. That is all burden and accumulation. Like people are accustomed for accumulation. They accumulate money up to a point, and then they start accumulating pleasures up to a point, and then they start accumulating power up to a point, and then they start accumulating knowledge. There is no difference between the four. All are same. Nothing superior, nothing inferior. What you need is not accumulation of knowledge. That kind of knowledge, even if it is Vedantic knowledge, doesn't serve a purpose to you. I am saying things this morning to you which you may want to pay attention. Why should I do that? So why not be politically correct and acquire some kudos, this and that? Why should I be so frank and fair and forthright? Shall I tell you the reason? Or can I proceed without telling the reason? The reason is, I love you all. That is the reason. You may not believe it, or you may doubt it, or you may not understand it, but from my side, the truth is, I love you all, every single individual. I love you as the Atma. And therefore I feel, while sitting here, I should make you think. If possible, if necessary, show the mirror, make you think. And if you start thinking, I feel that I am fulfilled. The effort is fruitful. That's why I am saying these things. Therefore, knowledge that we are looking at is in the form of discrimination. So, what is the right food, what is the wrong food? You should discriminate. Otherwise, you will become sick in the old age. Sick means everybody becomes sick in the old age, but there is a sickness that can be managed meaningfully. And there is a sickness that pulls you down and makes life miserable. There is a difference between the two. So, therefore, that is knowledge. What to eat and what not to eat, that is knowledge. And I go one step and tell, that is self-knowledge. You know why? Because by knowing which food is right and which food is wrong, you keep the body healthy, thereby mind cheerful. That paves the way for knowing your true self. And you don't follow that. You assume that there is a thing called self-knowledge there, on the other side of the river, and you have to cross the river and reach there. In the meanwhile, you can eat anything you want, you can do anything you want. You are kidding, I tell you. Therefore, that is self-knowledge. What to eat and what not to eat, that knowledge, that it is rather discrimination. Viveka we call it. So, vichir prathak bhave, that is the dhatu. So you separate the rice and the sesame seeds. Tila tandula viveka. Rice grains are white or semi-white, cream-colored. The sesame is black in color. They are mixed, unfortunately. You separate one from the other. It doesn't matter which one from which other. Either way it's okay. That is the viveka. That is what you need. You have to begin with food. That is, you have to begin it with food. Unfortunately, you don't do that and pay a price. You see, the laws of nature are most unforgiving. They do not respect personalities, they strike. So the blood test doesn't respect the name, personality, status. I am a spiritual person, so my blood test should be somewhat different. It won't be. Okay? Blood test tells you whether you are eligible for self-knowledge or not. I tell you. Therefore, so this is self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is not some exotic, esoteric thing sitting somewhere on the other side of the river and you cross the river with the help of the Guru Maharaj and reach it and embrace it. You are dreaming. It is not going to happen. There is no such thing. Self-knowledge is, Atma-jnanam is only this much. Atma anatma viveka. The discrimination between the self and the non-self. And you see, when we look at the word, the word look in English and the word loka in Sanskrit have the same root. You can see that. You know, it is not, you need not be a linguist for seeing that. Look, loka. Don't you see that? So, lokyate iti lokaha. Loka is that which you look at. That is loka. That is the world. So the world is not what is. That is not the way to look at it. That is not the way to understand it. Already your understanding is faulty. The world is not what it is. If the world is what it is, how come it changes by tomorrow? It is not the same America which was 10 years back. So it is not what it is. It is not what it is today compared with the America that you knew 20 years back. Even India is not the same as it is. So it is not what is, it is what appears. Drishyate. You got the, I don't want to go into that topic, it's a big topic. Okay? So it appears. Now you should ask the question. Okay, it is appearing. You mean to say it is not there and yet appearing? You should ask these questions. Why don't you ask a few questions? Not to me, you should ask to yourself. Yes, Swami, you are saying the world is what looks, what appears, you are saying. So, when we say the world is what is, you question it, you contest it. But I say the world is what appears. So you mean to say, yes, Swami, you mean to say it appears but it is not there? Or it appears and it is there? What is going on? You tell me. Like that you should catch my collar and ask. You should ask. Okay, I'll briefly tell you. I will not dwell upon the topic. So, the world certainly appears, but it is like the movie. What is your conclusion about the movie? It appears, and we go to movie theater. We used to run and go to the movies. So, we go to the movies not because what appeared is real. Not for that reason we went. We went because we knew even in that young age, we knew that the blessed thing appears but it is not real. You know how we knew? Every single time we used to sit on the floor and watch the movie. Not in the chair. We sit on the floor and watch the movie. So because floor ticket doesn't cost much. Chair costs a lot. And so with one chair ticket you can see 3 movies sitting on the floor. That is the bargain. And so sit on the floor and watch movie. And the movie is over. In India, when the movie is over, he will say Shubham. Not like Hollywood. They don't know what to say at the end of the movie. They show all kinds of names for who reads those names. You say Shubham. That is the way to say it. I want to give this advice to some of the Hollywood people, but I never come across them. Okay. Therefore, Shubham. The moment it says Shubham, we get up and dust off the pant or shirt or whatever and come home. Because the entire blessed thing that we have seen, got absorbed, enjoyed, all of it is only that much. It appears, but it is not. We have a name for it, Loka. This is pointed out by Ramana Maharshi. He said, Bhuloka, Swargaloka, so Vishnu Loka, Vaikuntha Loka, Kailasa Loka, 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 you say. Do you know the meaning of Loka? Loka is what appears without ever being there. So you should know the difference. So appears to whom? That is the question. You should ask that question. Because what appears is not real. It is only an appearance. What appears is an appearance. But then it appears to whom? It appears to myself. Don't say me. Don't say me. Me is not such a good word. It appears to myself. Dṛg. There is a whole lot of a difference, discernment between the one to whom it appears, Dṛg, and the thing that appears, Drishya. The difference you should know. So, where to start? Start with Drishya or Dṛg. Suppose you go to movie, and now you want to explain, you want to understand the whole situation. The movie there on the screen, and I am watching it. That is the situation. And you want to understand it. Where do you start? You don't start with the movie, right? You start with yourself. Once I ran to the movie, and next day morning I appeared before my father. He asked, yesterday you did not appear to me in the evening, and night also Amma told that you did not come early. You must have run away for the movie. I just looked at him. That is the truth. Then he said, you should think. You should think. It is a movie, and you are immovable. You should think the difference between the two. So movie, it moves and vanishes. A thing that is moving and moving and moving, what it will happen to it? It vanishes. Body moves and moves and moves, vanishes. Mind moves and moves and moves, vanishes. The film on the screen moves, moves, moves. The reel is over, the movie vanishes. But there is one who doesn't vanish, the immovable, the immutable, that is yourself. You are studying Sanskrit and Veda, and now you are after the movie instead of trying to know the immovable. That is what he told. I smiled and ran away. But then it is there. It is imprinted. Therefore, you have, when it is a combination of Dṛg and Drishya, Drishya and Dṛg, they are not of the same order of reality. They are not equally real. Say that more clear. If you say they are not same order of reality, then it is second order reality, first order reality. That is like that there are chemical reactions, First order reaction, second order, third order are very rare. So don't fall into that kind of a technical language, jargon. Simple. So the movie that you see is not real. The one who sees is real. Movable, immovable. That is the difference. So therefore, you have to start with yourself. You don't start with the movie. You start with yourself. It will take you a long way ahead. That doesn't mean you will become a sannyasi and all that. That is not what I mean. It only means you will become secure and happy. What more you want? Do you want anything more than that? You become secure for the very first time and happy, really happy. That is called moksha, here and now. Moksha is freedom. What is this freedom? You are secure, irrespective of the apparatus of security around. Mahatmas are very secure people. Why? They don't find any reason to be afraid of anything or anybody. They are not afraid. Fear just doesn't enter into their consciousness. That is the secure. Whereas worldly people, they put a variety of securities around them. In fact, they invest in securities also, which are very insecure, really speaking. So, they have a variety of securities, including religion. They are so clever that they have all religious securities in place. You start a project, worship Vigneshwara. If you are worried about some evil elements, worship Hanuman. So like that, all systems you have in place, religiously also. So in a worldly sense, you have secured everything. That is the language they use in America. You have to secure, okay? America said, we will secure Iraq. You remember that language? And then they said, we will secure Fallujah. Now you know what they secured. They took all the bombs, aeroplanes, money, fuel, people, and put there to secure Fallujah. They could not say, there is no such thing. It's not that there is a thing called securing Fallujah. You don't secure anything. And then they understood the same thing in Afghanistan also. Look at that. So our worldly people are no different. They are constantly engaged in securing, and they will be doing that till they fall dead. That is, you don't secure anything in this world. Whereas Mahatmas are very secure. You know why? What is the secret? Because they don't find any need to secure anything. What is there to secure? You cannot secure the body. You cannot secure the mind. Atma doesn't need security. You got it all wrong in terms of security. Therefore, that security, you have that security, natural security and happiness. You know what is happiness? A Mahatma is happy for no reason. reasonless happiness is a true happiness. When you need a reason to be happy, that is misery, I tell you. That is misery, it is not happiness. All of this is Viveka. You know what? Viveka, discrimination. What is happiness, what is not. What is security, what is not. So, when you know yourself, Dṛg, it is not that presently I don't know myself. This also is a misconception. Presently I don't know myself. Knowledge of myself, I am on this bank of the river. Life is river, you know. Life is river. Flow of time. So I am on this bank of the river, and like they say, we are standing on this bank of the river, but the temple is on the other bank of the river. You can see from a distance. So, to Neelakanthi temple, other bank of the river. So you have to cross the river and then reach Neelakanthi. Similarly, I am on this branch, this bank of the river of life, and there is the other bank, and there is moksha, there is happiness, there is security. There cannot be anything worse, more wrong than that. So the security, the happiness, put together called freedom, moksha, is not on the other side of the river. It is this side of the river, and it is here and now and in you. That is the Dṛg. Therefore, so then how to realize it, how to know it, you can say. How to know it. Knowing is realization. How to realize it? You say, suppose this is a flask. And an interesting design it is, somewhat complex design. So in India you just open and drink it, but this is not like that. This is one lever here, and you have to put it like that. And another lever here, you have to push it down. Then the blessed thing opens. Yeah, now it opens. And then you can drink water. How do I know all that? By watching, by observing. You know a thing by observing it, very simple. Some people, they don't want to observe. We don't want to observe. Why? Our Guru will observe. Buddhu. What your Guru will observe? You have to observe. Suppose your Guru knows how to drink water and you remain thirsty. So, you have to observe, not the Guru. Don't hand over anything to the Guru. You may hand over shopping to the wife, etc. But not self-knowledge to the Guru. You have to know. Guru, you cannot hand over knowledge to somebody else. Even if that somebody else is called Guru Maharaj. Therefore, you have to look at yourself. Very simple. Look at yourself. When you look at yourself with an open mind. Suppose I am an officer. I already decided. I am an officer. Now I will look at myself. Wrong. That is not open-mindedness. I am a Vedantin. I am a Swami, teacher of Vedanta, Guru. Now I look at myself. That is not the way to look at myself. Therefore, how to look at myself? You put aside all ideas, notions and prejudices that you have built around yourself. And then look at yourself. Somebody asked me, will you teach Vedanta to a few families? I said, no, I won't teach. I won't. That doesn't work with me. I'm telling you very frankly. You know why? Because the families come. What is a family? Me, my wife, they sit side by side also in meditation. Me and my wife, and then my son and my daughter, they are outside playing, and me and myself, my wife is doing meditation. Ye kya baat hai bhai? This is not Vedanta. No. Because once you decided you are a father, wife and children, you are not looking at yourself. You have already enclosed yourself in a myth. And through that prism, you sit inside that myth, and through that wall, you enclose yourself in a wall, and through that you will see the Vedanta. And the poor Swami comes and tells, Atma asangaha, Atma is not father, mother, etc. I did it one time. And one of the elderly ladies sitting in that corner, 6th row or 7th row, I remember very vividly, got up. Generally questions are reserved for satsang, but she got up. I respect. I asked her, so you mean to say I am not grandma? I said, no. What are you talking? Grandma has to stay at home and bring up the children so that they will know all the pujas and all that. And you now say to me that I am not the grandma? Then I told Amma, I am not the teacher for you. You came to a wrong class. But it is up to you. I suggest you are here. That is a 1 week camp. So stay here for 1 week and listen and see what happens. You can write any questions for that. She came to me after 1 week and told me, Swami, I think I understand what you are talking. So you got the point? Therefore you put a title beforehand. Family, patron. Upadhi, pahle bana diya upadhi. Now there is no self-knowledge. There is only one upadhi that you should hold on to, jijnasu. That is what you are. You aspire to know yourself. That is the upadhi. Other than that is also an upadhi, but it will be given up later, it will fall off. But every other upadhi is dismissed. So to that extent you have to become open. That is the level of openness I am talking about. You are totally open, which means you are very innocent, absolutely innocent. And then you look at yourself. Then you will understand yourself. That is the study of Dṛg-Dṛśya-Viveka. Now, enough introduction. I don't want to spend the whole class in introduction. We don't have too many classes. But some introduction has to be given so that the perspective is put before you and the verse can be explained in the light of that perspective. So, you look at yourself. You have 3 experiences. We are talking of experiences. We are not talking of concepts or ideas or notions or thought processes. Okay? That is all in the head. Forget about it. It has no value. It may have value in the marketplace. Suppose you go to Walmart, you should know a few things. So that is necessary to steer yourself inside the Walmart. But here, what all you know and you have accumulated in your head, it doesn't help. It becomes an obstacle. It is already a burden for you, which you don't realize. And so you put all of that aside. Be like a clean slate, with an open mind. Don't assume yourself to be anything. You are not mother, father, you are not male, female, you are not Brahmana, Kshatriya, you are not Indian, American, you are not Hindu, Christian, you are none of these things. So every single upadhi, upadhi is an adjunct. Some of these upadhis, people are very proud. That doesn't work in Vedanta. It works elsewhere. Some of the upadhis make people shy. Shy or even embarrassed, some of the upadhis. So, you need not bother about any of these upadhis. All the upadhis are put aside like a clean slate. So, I hear a song, I heard a song. I ain't a man, I ain't a woman, I ain't a father, I ain't a mother, I ain't a daughter, I ain't a son, I ain't a brother, I ain't a sister. I ain't means I am not. Something like that. A-I-N apostrophe and T. You got it? So that is you get hold of that song and sing it for yourself. Okay? So, with that kind of an openness, which is a great blessing, that you can become open that way, itself is a great blessing. then the light of wisdom shines in you when you are open that way. And do not carry any past baggage, for God's sake. You do not carry that. Do not compare Swamis, this Swami, that Swami, oh, that mission, this organization. Don't do all these comparisons. I know you have covered the entire ground. I know all that. So keep an open mind and look at yourself. So Dṛg, you are the one who looks, and therefore be a Dṛg. Be a Dṛg for God's sake and look at yourself. Only thing is, you look not at the other, you look at yourself. And now you recognize, of course with the help of the text, Shankara helps you. And with the help of, then what the thing that I am doing here between Shankara and you, I don't want to stand between Shankara and you. I am not there. I will vanish. But Shankara has written in Sanskrit, and I seem to know some Sanskrit, that's why I am lingering here. Afterwards, it is between you and Shankara. Shankara shows the way, you follow the way. You forget about this Swami, TV, etc. You just forget about it. You have to do that. Otherwise, Shankara will not show the way. The prism of the Swami will be standing in between very powerfully, and you don't know anything what Shankara is saying. Shankara says in very simple language, whereas Swamis clothe it in most difficult terms. They convert it into a jargon. That doesn't help. Shankara doesn't put any jargon. So it is all very simple. So, direct to the heart. And so your experiences he is examining. You have three experiences. When you look at yourself, three experiences. Not three pieces of knowledge, no. Not three thoughts, not three notions, not three concepts, not three ideas. What else can I dismiss? I have dismissed everything. What you experience in your heart, deep within, you feel it. Experience is feeling. So not knowing. What you know is not you, not yours. It is the other. Whereas what you feel is you and yours. So you feel, that's why I am saying three experiences. So that is the word I am using. For want of a better word. Live with whatever words are available. So three. What are the three? I know is one experience you have. This is the part. Why this is the part? It is the part only because a cognizing entity is in you. When there is no cognizing entity around, that is not a part. It is a part only when there is a cognizing entity, subject-object, Therefore, only because you are a subject, that is the part, object. And what is the subject? The one who knows. I know. That experience you have. You may not be articulating it, you may not be saying it in so many words. You walk into the hall, you know. People are sitting, chairs are there. You know the entire ambience, you know. And then you choose your seat and sit. And then you listen to the Swami, because you know. That is your experience. Very primordial experience, the deep experience inside. That is with you. I hope you don't deny that, okay? Suppose you deny, then that means you have known and denied. Therefore you still know. I know. Then there is another. I do. I do. People are caught in this. I do this, I do that. People are caught. You are caught, I am caught, everybody is caught. I do. They don't examine. They don't examine. So I eat, you say. I digest, you don't say that, thank God. You don't say that. Therefore, when it is convenient, you say I do. When it is not convenient, you don't say I do. You skip I do. So, like, I beat the heart. You say that. You don't say that. You rush to the cardiologist. If you beat the heart, beat it properly. Why do you beat it improperly on and off? So, you don't beat the heart. Something else is there. Whereas, I do. This I do, Wherever it fits into your thinking, wherever you are conditioned to feel that way, I do. I do. So I bring the sun into the rising in the east. You don't say that. I worship the sun. That you say. Therefore, this sense of I do, you have to examine it. It is not correct. Just now I have shown you how partial you are, how incorrect you are. Sometimes you say I do. Sometimes you say I don't. You don't say I do. So this I do thing, it is a very funny thing. You do not say I breathe in and I breathe out. You don't say that. Yeah? But you say I give money to you. So like that. So if not giving money, something else. I eat breakfast, you say. But who digests the breakfast, you don't claim it. Thank God you are not claiming. So this I do thing is a can of worms. And we have to open the can. We have to open it. Because this I do is, we have to examine it. Second, when I was saying this in that building, the earlier building where I was teaching, one physics professor came. He could not contain his frustration when I was talking like this. I have a habit of talking with a lot of enthusiasm sometimes. So he could not contain his frustration. And he got up and told, "Hey Swami, what are you talking? I came to the class, I drove 60 miles and came to the class. I do or I don't do." That is what he told. You see how frustrated he is? So this was put before Ramana Maharshi also. There is a similar situation. He told, the person told, I travelled from Madras to here. He said, you did not travel. You sat in the train and the train ran. Then you sat in the jet car, horse-driven cart, and the horse ran and the jet car ran. And now you are sitting before me. You are sitting, and again sitting. And you say, I do. You have not done anything. That is what Ramana Maharshi said. Therefore, this I do is a thing that requires a serious examination. But nobody will tell you this. You go to the marketplace, they won't tell you that I do is wrong. They will encourage you. Please think of doing it. Please think of, take the credit card out and do. Do or whatever. So, therefore, in the marketplace, nobody will tell that I do is all gadabida. You have to examine it. Nobody will tell. Then you go to a temple. Will they tell? At least they should tell, Are Appa, I do. Bhagavan does everything. You don't do. They don't do that. Bhagavan does or not, they won't talk. You do. What do? You do this puja, you do that puja, I do. Karishye. So in the temple also they won't tell. They won't examine this issue of I do. Here we are going to examine it. So the second experience that we have, I do. We have that experience. For example, you sit here and look at me, askance, I am sitting here and I am listening to the class. Am I not doing it? So this experience called I do is with us. Second experience. Then the third experience is, this verse is a marvelous, marvelous verse. I cannot estimate its significance. It is such a beautiful verse. The third experience that you have, which you generally ignore, which you do not pay attention to, is I am. I have built my 25-minute meditation around I know and I am. There is a difference what I said and what I am going to say here. Here I know is I know with the help of the mind. There in the meditation, I know is the pure knowingness. That difference is there. And please make a note of it. I wanted to caution that because I mentioned the meditation. So this you have to examine your experiences. I do. So I have this feeling that I do. So what is this feeling? How it has arisen in the first place, and how far it is valid. Is it valid at all? All these things you have to examine. That is called Vedanta. Kya bhai? People don't even pay attention to what is Vedanta. That is Vedanta. It is about you. It is called Atma Vidya. It is about you. And I do experience, you want to examine. I know me as a subject. You are the subject. You are the, timelessly you are the subject. You are born and you live a life and it concludes. All through this life you are a subject. And the scriptures say you continue to be a subject even after this life also. That is okay. That is an extrapolation. But at least in this life of 70, 80, 90 years you are a subject. Knowing and knowing and knowing all kinds of things. Of course with the help of head, mind and ears and eyes, fine. But still you are the subject. You are behind the mind and ears and eyes and knowing things and knowing sounds and all that. You are doing it the whole day. Not only that, your happiness and unhappiness is based on this I know experience. A thing makes you happy only after you know it. And it makes you unhappy only after you know it. Somebody has knocked off your purse and you are not unhappy till you realize that you lost your purse. One gentleman lost his purse and he realized it after 3 days, and from then on he remained unhappy. Till then he was like a leaf flying happily. So you should know to become happy, to become unhappy. You should know, I know that experience. What is this I know experience? And what is I am? How come I never pay attention to I am? So these three experiences we have to examine. But before that, you have to look at you yourself and find out what is the masala that you have in you. Masala is raw material. Do you know the word masala? Stuff. Okay. What is the masala that you have in you? Suppose they serve you laddu. Laddu. What is the stuff in it? Must be some powder, oil, sugar. That is the stuff. Right? 3 things. So like that, when you say myself, yourself, so what are the things that are there in you? Look at yourself. So, okay, I'm looking at myself, there is the body. Broadly speaking, there is the body. And then there is the mind. Okay, broadly speaking. Between body and mind there are a few other things, but I need not recount all of that Tattvabodha stuff, you know all that. So, broadly, we are in Dṛg-Dṛśya-Viveka, this is PhD stuff it is. Therefore, there is the body and there is the mind. That's all. Only body and mind. People think so. You see, there is a set of philosophers called Shunyavadis, or Lokayatikas, or rationalists, or agnostics, or Nastikas, etc. So, they say, I am the body and I am the mind. That is the end of it. They say like that. They subscribe to a particular school of thought and they build a lot of arguments and rationale around it. Okay, that is what they are. But what about you and me? What about us? We are not any school of thought people. We are simple people. We are not starting a school of thought and all that. We are simple people living in this world, trying to make some sense out of this life. So what about you and me? We are also the same. So every one of us is familiar with the body. I am familiar with the body. And I am familiar with the mind. And there it ends. There it ends. No, in Vedanta they say there is Atma. In Vedanta they say, Appa, but what about you? What do you say? Are you familiar with Atma? No, Shankara said. Shankara said, Guru Maharaj said, another Acharya said, what about you? You don't seem to say that. You seem to be consumed almost entirely with the body and mind, with the welfare of the body and with the comfort. Comfort is for the body only, and with the happiness of the mind, with the pleasure of the mind. We are consumed by that. For us, that is the summation of our existence, the body and the mind. We have to acknowledge it. So, in assuming that way, or in living in that way, living a life as if I am only this much, the body and the mind. That is the life. You look at your life, I look at my life, we are all the same, we are all in the same boat. So, you see, they go to the cruise, okay? Suppose Guru Maharaj goes to the cruise, he is in the same cruise only as all other revelers are in the same cruise. Guru Maharaj also in the same cruise. It's not that he is somewhere above. After all, we are all human beings. So, how do we live? We live as if we are only this much, the body and the mind. That is how we live. And our entire focus is on the body, its comforts and its pains, etc. And the mind and its pleasures and its pains, emotions, etc. That is how we live. Now the point is, which I tried to highlight in the meditation, you are not just the body-mind alone. You are something more than that. That is where the Vedanta begins. That is the starting point of the Vedanta. That is Vedanta. Okay? So, therefore, you look at a car, a beautiful car, Mercedes, whatever, very good looking, and inside seats everything is great. But then there is an engine inside. Engine must be there, otherwise it won't run. Okay, the car, body of the car is there, and then there is the engine which runs the car. Only that much? No. There is a chemical energy in that. What you call fuel, gas they call it, it is gasoline, not gas, but they call it gas. You don't put gas, you put liquid in it, but call it gas. So, for chemistry, I was wondering when I came to America long back when they said gas. Are they running the car on this CNG, natural gas? Is that it? Probably America? No, they are putting liquid only. So it is not gas. But why do you call it gas? Somebody told me gasoline, appa. Okay, I got it. So you put gas. Gas is what? Gasoline, which is chemical energy. Okay? So that chemical energy is there. So similarly, some example I gave you, some example which came to my mind. So similarly, you are there, the body, the mind, and hence, and also, that is not the end of the story, there is one more thing inside. Let us say inside to begin with, because we are looking inside only, putting the outside aside for a while. So, there is something more inside, and that is the light. Morning meditation I have put it there. And in the meditation, I tried to bring this light to focus. Namely, there is the body, and you are aware of it. And there is the mind. And when it is agitated, you are aware of it. And when it is quiet, you are aware of it. But then there is that principle of awareness, the knowingness, if you will. So, that is there. That is the light. It is like in this hall, what are the roof is there, floor is there, chairs are there, stage is there, everything is there. But no, that is not the end of it. There is wind, there is space, and more than that, there is light. Prakasha is there. Without prakasha, chairs, floor, roof, all of this will not be there. They are there only because of prakasha. You ignore the prakasha and pay attention on all other gross things. So the prakasha is there. Without this jagat, the prakasha is there. These are the rishis of your hoary past. The rishis, they looked at the world The same world they looked at. Technological differences, etc. doesn't mean anything. They looked at the same world and they said they focused on the light in which the world comes to light. The world shines. They focused on that light and they called it Bhargaha, the light. And they said the light is supreme, not the physical things, not the roads and buildings, etc. So the light is supreme. Without light, there are no buildings, there are no roads, there is no society, there are no living beings. They are all there only when the light is there. The light. And where is this light? All around. Diviva chakshuratatam, you must have heard. So, all around in this space, Divi. And chakshu is the light. Atadam, pervading everywhere. Light is everywhere. And if something which is godly, or God, why you say God? God means you make it into a person. That's why. It is not a person. This God is a person attitude, it is so anti-Vedantic. So you have to deal with it. It is not a person. That's why we say Godhead, if you will. So there is that light. If there is a Godhead, that Godhead must be that light. And that light, what is the origin of that light? Sun, Savita. So that is the Gayatri mantra. First line of Gayatri. And then the Rishi looks within and says, there is a light within also. Dhiyo yonah prachodayat. There is a light within. And without that light, there is no mind, there is no body. And hence there is no world. Therefore mind, body and the world are in place or are shining only because of that light in you, within you. Therefore, the first class is dedicated to paying attention to that light within. You begin with body, mind, and arrive at the light within. Now, I'll conclude the class. Already time is over. I'll ask you, which is the essence of the three? Now we have come to three. Of the three, which is the essence? You want to call the body essence? Or you want to call the mind essence? Or you want to call the light essence of you? You are now three. Of the three, which is the essence? Which is the primary or primordial, if you will? So, certainly it is a simple question, a simple answer. It is not the body, it is not the mind. They are okay, they are blessed, they are in that place, but it is that inner light, not physical light. When I say inner light, if you make it physical light, you become Hatha Yogi. Hatha Yogi is also called Murkha Yogi. So don't become that. When I say the light within, it is not the physical light. It is not like the physical light. It is a metaphor, appa. That stuff of knowingness by which eyes know the forms, ears know the sounds, etc. That stuff of knowingness, awareness, that light within. So which is the essence? Obviously, the light within is the essence. The other things are there, we are not dismissing them. They are there, we bless them, but the light within is the essence. And therefore a name is given to it. The name is the Sanskrit word which means essence, Atma. Atma is the essence. Therefore, you are, as you sit here and now, it is here and now, not some distant future. As you sit here and now, you are the body, the mind, and the light within, and that light is Atma, your essence. You pay attention to that. You look at yourself correctly. You don't look at yourself as a bunch of flesh and bones. That is not the way to look at yourself. You don't look at yourself as a bundle of emotions and frustrations and thoughts and notions. No. You are that inner light, light of awareness. If you come to that point, then I will finish that verse in the evening class. Om Purnamada Purnamada
So I have a couple of announcements. One is that we have these listening devices in case you're having difficulty hearing clearly. You pick it up from the room back there. Inside the door, you pick it up and off the charger, and you have your own earpiece, or you can plug in your own earbuds with your own volume. You'll hear clearly. Then you just put it back after class for charging. The other thing is, we have plenty of these cushions like this in case you want some support under your feet. You can 1, 2, 3 of these, or your back. They're over here on the floor. So that's my 2 announcements. Harihi Om.